head of state. Madam Speaker, I'm going to ensure that the completion and implementation, Madam Speaker, we have already national policy on devolution, Madam Speaker. It is already in place. It is only to call, Madam Speaker, all those who are concerned, the Council of Governors, even the senators, if Parliament is involved, to ensure, Madam Speaker, that we iron out the issues so that, Madam Speaker, we understand each other. Again, I said I'll be able to do that with our negotiations skills to do that. To restore confidence, exactly that. It is the same forum. To ensure that the intergovernmental relations, coordination of summit is put into place properly, so that for the first time, the national government and the county government can be able to be seen to work together. Because, Madam, that is what it is envisaged in Article 6, Madam Speaker, too, that they carry out their duties through consultation, Madam Speaker, and coordination. I will ensure that that will be done, Madam Speaker. Again, Madam Speaker, I will ensure that also Article 10 of this Constitution, national values, are adhered to. That way, we will be able, Madam Speaker, to bring, to restore confidence of Kenyans, Madam Speaker. We will be able to fill those gaps, Mr. Speaker, that are already there, by ensuring that there is capacity building, Madam Speaker, which is also mandate of this ministry. The government must ensure that the county governments are properly facilitated through capacity building in their policy making, in planning, Madam Speaker, financial management, Madam Speaker, to ensure that they are working well, Madam Speaker. That's the only way we can achieve the intention of the Constitution and devolution. The kind of relationship between the national government and county government, again, I think I've almost covered it adequately, if I effect that, Madam Speaker. There's a question about UMADA. Madam Speaker, this issue, I'm surprised that there is nobody who saw an affidavit. Because already there are people out there who always, Madam Speaker, like to drag other people's names. Madam Speaker, the law is very clear on how, Madam Speaker, you submit your complaints. If it is criminal, Madam Speaker, you go to the Directorate of Criminal Investigation and the matter will be arrested. You either be charged, and also DPP is there waiting. Madam Speaker, if there are matters relating or that you'd like to be tackled by Parliament, and on this issue, I was then a member of Parliament when the issue came up. There is laid down mechanism on how you petition Parliament, and I did it. I petitioned Parliament, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have not seen anybody accusing me over the issue, because you can only be accused through the laid down legal procedures. Madam Speaker, those with allegation, if there is anybody alleging, they have the chance to go to the Departmental Committee of the House, Parliament, even today, and Parliament has the power to summon any person, interrogate, and investigate. Madam Speaker, we have the doors of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. They are open even now. Madam Speaker, allegations that are 5, 6, 10 years ago, and they have never been taken anywhere. Nobody has bothered, Madam Speaker, to go to EACC, which is open, Madam Speaker, swear affidavit, Madam Speaker, and I'll be summoned. I'll go there, Madam Speaker, defend myself. Nobody. Madam Speaker, there's private prosecution. They can institute that. If I was a politician, I would say money is poured. And Madam Speaker, people, they have the opportunity to go through private prosecution if somebody has an issue in this. Madam Speaker, you only defend yourself when an affidavit is sworn, Madam Speaker. Given opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to familiarize yourself with the said affidavit, and Madam Speaker, in the set, because they are set mechanisms in the Constitution, Madam Speaker. Unless there is anybody with interest